last dealership guy said, and then I gave up and told Jacob he should email our guy back and tell him we want the car?
I don't know, maybe.
The guy said, I responded with listen, I know what MSRP is, and that whole thing. He responded and said, well, when you factory order a car, we can't go below MSRP. Whatever's below MSRP will be rebates and deals.
But that's not true, because the other guy gave you a quote, and it was well below MSRP.
Yep. So I said, okay, then I'll go with the other dealership. I appreciate you answering me, though. I told Jacob to, that's what I said. And so I told Jacob to email that other guy, and we'll just do it.
Because I'm grumpy because the PEO we use, which is for like, it's like a payroll company, they do all the human resources, so we don't technically have our employees, they do, but we pick and choose who we hire, but then it goes through them. They will not answer me about an employee that's away on leave of absence. They will not answer me. And I had a question about an employee that went away for COVID for a week. That was back in March or April. They still won't answer me. It's June 17th. So my normally happy me is grumpy. And shall we discuss the other big problem, which is that I just downloaded 2 patterns that said PDF download. Turns out they're not PDF.
I was so proud of you because I was like, good, you saw something you liked and then you bought it. And I was proud. And then you got,
I have a Mac. And the only thing there's software all the time, you have to install, they don't tell you this up front.
It says
I didn't see it.
It says that you're downloading a PDF, and then it turns out it's not a PDF, it is a .pat, like pattern file.
And so they offer to give you free software. I'm like, okay, I'll download free software. It's a little sketchy, but whatever. It only works on Windows computers.
And we
so
only
I can't
have Macs.
download it. So she tried to print to PDF thing. We can't get it to work. So I have sent it off to tech support over here, Mr. Computer Science Major Steve, who refuses to download it on his gaming Windows computer. I'm like, I don't even care if it's digital. I want the hard copy. I'm fine. Just get it so I can see it. And I actually bought 2 patterns. And so I don't blame Stitch and Mommy for the technological issues, but I blame her for the enabling that caused me to buy a pattern. That was the only reason I was even on there.
Was it your fault?
Because she said, here, I'm giving away this pattern, this kit. And I entered, but I didn't win because 153 people wanted it or something like that. And then she said, oh, by the way, for those of you that didn't win it, you can download the pattern over here. And she gave, it was a link. And so I clicked on the link and went, and she's absolutely right. You can download it if you have a Windows computer, which I don't. So I blame her for the enabling. Thank you. I actually appreciate that. I don't blame her for the technological problem. So if anybody knows how to get a .pat into anything that a Mac can recognize or a printer can print,
yeah,
let me know. But probably by the time you see this,
rough.
I'll have either given up or
we'll figure it out. Because I have the Windows computer at home. You could send it to me if Steve refuses to do it, and I can do it. Just
I have to.
Not in a timely manner.
Will you do it on the one in the kitchen? Because the security cameras are on the Windows computer in the kitchen. Can we do it on that? He's like, nope.
You
not doing it. And then he yelled at me for downloading from such a sketchy site. But I sent, the problem was, I sent my husband a pattern that I saw on there. He's like, I love that, you need to stitch it. And it's not often he says that. So I was like, oh, I have to buy this.
It was pretty cool. I like it a lot too.
So if we figure it out, actually she can show you the pictures even if I can't figure it out.
Do you want to, or do you want to wait until you...
No, go ahead. Because I was just going to print it and be black and white anyway. At least this. Okay. One of them is an African Grey, Ami. And very cute. That's the one that he wanted me to do. And then the other one is a Teresa Wensler, the English Garden, which I've had my eye on for a long time. But I didn't really think I was going to buy it. But then I was like, well, if I'm buying Ami, I may as well get that. Because it'll go away. Especially Teresa Wensler stuff. It goes away. So, why not?
So if you've just stumbled upon us, this is Stitching at the Cabin, and I'm Alyssa.
I'm Julie, and I'm usually way less angry, and I'm done now. I'm done ranting. Today was, what did I say, June 17th?
Which is a Wednesday.
It's hot.
Sure, always hot. It was cold this morning.
Yeah.
Nice and overcast.
Look, I got long sleeves on. And
yeah, I don't. You may notice I'm wearing a bathing suit. It's not because I'm like cool and hip and going to the beach later. It's because I don't know where my bras went. It's been that kind of week. It's been that kind of day. And wearing a bathing suit top.
Do you want to untie it because it's really tempting? not that I want to see anything, but you know the little thing hanging down? I just want to go yoink.
Unhelpful.
No, that's helpful.
And do you know why this week has been a chaotic week?
I do, but would you like to tell the people?
Yes, I'm buying a car.
That's not it.
Oh, were you referring to this?
Yeah, that.
Is that what you're referring to?
That. The
Who
engagement
called it?
ring.
Oh, I called it.
Okay, I don't think that's what you're supposed to be happy about.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get to marry my best friend of 5 years, so
That's
I
what
guess
she's
that's
happy about.
Yeah, whatever. So it's super giant. Like it needs to be resized, but all the jewelry stores are still closed near us, so waiting on that. So I have a bunch of that cordage stuff to keep it on, right? But looks pretty cute, right? I told them I wanted swirly, and if that's not swirly, I don't know what is swirly.
But I pointed out she's gonna have a heck of a time finding a wedding band to fit onto that.
Yep, and when I eventually go to the jewelry store to get it fixed, I will ask her what she recommends. Or him, whoever.
Mine is not sparkly. I'll show it to you, but it's not sparkly. But this is how my very first thought was, you're not gonna find a wedding band. When we got married, we were 22. But he proposed 18, 19, something like that. And he bought the engagement ring at a pawn shop. We'd been at a pawn shop and I'd seen it, and he went back and bought it. And he proposed. It wasn't until we went to get a wedding band that I realized this was a bad idea, this shape, kinda. And I did find something. However, it doesn't fit quite right. And I took it to a jewelry store and I asked them to like solder it together. And he was like, it's not gonna fit right, you're gonna have this gap. And I was like, yep, but can you stick it together? Because they kept twisting, and so one was on the bottom, and it was driving me crazy. And so he said, well, I can, but it's not gonna look great. I was like, do it, and it's been 20-something, well, this weekend it'll be 22 years, I believe. So it's not shiny. I've been in the dirt, it has lotion on it, I haven't cleaned it, but that...
You have to put your hand behind.
Yeah, you do.
The way it works better.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
See, it doesn't fully connect, and in the back, like it's just kind of more obvious. It doesn't line up quite right. But I've had that for 800 years, and I was telling Alyssa that the yeah, I don't have pants on. That the
It's not one of those days.
this was my promise ring from. Well, I'll just hold my hand up. That was my promise ring from high school, because I told you we met in high school. So I think I was 16 or 17 when he gave that to me, and I have worn it almost every day since. But I told Alyssa that the cost of everything on my hands is less than, like, her ring.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I mean,
I don't know what he paid, but I'm just saying that, like, my entire wedding was $5,000. That was everything. The dress,
yeah,
everything.
So mine isn't. It's not crazy. I don't think it's crazy, and I think it's less than the average, especially for California.
Well, we don't know it totally yet because she's still working on it. I mean, this just happened Saturday.
Yep, June 13th was our anniversary, our 5-year anniversary. So that's when it happened. And I had been looking at wedding venues for the last 7 or 8 months.
Years.
So I already knew where I wanted to have a wedding. We just had to go see it. So we set that up for the next day.
Well, let me set the scene for you.
2 days later.
Saturday night, apparently he proposes, right? She sends us a text, but we're already in bed. So neither one of us knows.
Rude. Nobody answered my text. Sarah didn't answer my text. Laurel didn't.
Well,
all y'all's was sleeping at 9.
Don't text people when they're asleep. And
Whatever.
because we don't have electrical in the back of the cabin portion that we just built yet, my watch and my phone were in the living room charging, so I didn't hear anything. And Mike had gotten up in the middle of the night, but he saw that Steve had texted, and he just replied to him, but he didn't look through his phone, so he didn't see that you texted, right? So I get up in the morning, walk out in the living room, pick up my phone, and here's this message, and she's like, got her hand over her face, and there's the ring. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she was like, I thought you died.
Yeah, like carbon monoxide happened. Like they just doing all this construction, and all of a sudden they're not answering between the hours of like 9 and 8.
We're old.
It was scary. I was literally just telling Jacob, I hope like something didn't happen because no one is answering. I mean, Steve wasn't answering, but he just doesn't care.
He mutes the family conversations anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway.
She answered, so.
You know, I'm texting back and forth with her and everything, and she's like, you know, I reached out to the venue, and they said we could come see it, like, tomorrow. And now, this is Sunday. I work Monday. We're at the cabin, and this is really close to the cabin. So she's like, they have like 3 o'clock or 5:30, I think. And so I went and woke up Mike, and I was like, look, this is what happened. He's like, I didn't know they got married, got proposed.
Got them proposed to.
They got proposed to. And I was like, yeah, it happened. So now what? I mean, we knew it was coming because Jacob asked, you know, like, if, yeah. And he made the mistake of telling me, and then I had to not say anything for all that time. It was not easy.
Yeah. I caught on to that when I said something about, I think last time we were doing FlossTube or something, I said something about, he might propose on the anniversary, and you paused a little bit, and then you said, you think so? And your tone was silly.
Honestly, it wasn't that. It really did surprise me that it would be on an anniversary.
Yeah, I bet you didn't know when.
No, I didn't know when. And we'd already been waiting and waiting and waiting. Like, every day, like, I would tell my husband, he needs to hurry up. I can't keep this that long. Because we talk about wedding stuff all the time. And so then I have to act like, yeah, I don't know if he's ever going to propose. Has he proposed yet? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So we ended up staying at the cabin an extra night so that we could go. And this place is stunning.
I'm really glad they like it. Because I've liked it since I first saw it. And I didn't have to see it in person to know that I really liked it. So as long as the people were friendly and receptive, I mean, I knew that was the place I wanted to go. So
you should see this giant tree they're going to get married under. It's beautiful. But you want to tell what the problem is?
Which one? You mean the one where it's happening in about 100 days?
That one.
I'm not pregnant, and I know every single person is going to think that. All of his family is going to think that. All of y'all are going to think that, okay? We're not. The thing is that I really, really wanted to get married at this venue, and I knew that 7 or 8 months ago. And so I have been hoping, because I made him promise that he would do it by the end of this year, which kind of sounds manipulative and like pushy.
We did 5 years.
But
I think that's good.
It was reasonable, okay? He really wanted to do it, I promise. So I really wanted to do it at the end of this year. So I was really hoping that he would do it soon enough in the year that we would be able to do it this year. And the reason they're not booked up this year is because of COVID. A lot of people have, you know, canceled and decided to move it. And some people just never signed up because, you know, this has been happening since the beginning of the year, right? And not everyone does a full year to plan, you know, 6 to 8 months is, I think, a little bit more normal. So they had dates open. So it was either, and they have a very limited amount of time where they do
because of the weather.
Venues it's because of the weather.
May to October, but not like all of October.
No, it's half of October.
Mid-October. And I think
half of May.
Yeah, mid-May.
So
because it's cold. It gets cold.
So it was either you do it at the end of this year, whatever dates they have available, or you wait a whole nother year to do it. And I want babies. I want a family. My original life plan was kids at 23. I am now 24 and I am not yet married, which, like, I'm not freaking out.
You're an old lady. I bet you can't even have kids now. You've waited too long.
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm an old lady at this point. So
not.
I know, but it feels like it. So we decided 3 months is like really the line for when you should be trying to plan a wedding, but we decided we could do it. So it was, I think it's officially, it was like 103 days, but I'm just calling it my 100 days till a wedding planning.
Till the end of September.
End of September.
I'm hoping this doesn't affect FlossTube.
I told her it wouldn't.
Keep saying, you know, I get that she won't stitch. I get that.
I did not stitch this week. I updated my tree today. As you may understand, this week, I expect it'll get better, but this week has been chaotic, just trying to find vendors that'll work, and not only work, but we are worried that COVID will push our wedding again. There's only going to be like 60 people. There won't be a lot of people, but if California hasn't opened up their event to a specific capacity, like if they even open up to 25% capacity, we can do it.
Because they can hold 300 there.
And they expect that we'll be able to, it's all outdoors, and so they expect they will open it back up, so that way we will be able to have weddings by then. If not, I had to make sure all of my vendors, the venue, everything else will push our wedding to next year. I prefer not to do that, but they will, and without no extra charge.
And so far, everybody's been amazing about that.
Which understandable, because it's not just me that's going through it. It's not like if I get sick, it's, you know.
They do make you get insurance now. All you old people like me, we didn't have insurance for the wedding.
She's going through a learning process. She didn't know what modern day wedding videos looked like.
Oh, it was just somebody with a camcorder, and you hoped you had sound and hi Mary, and a decent picture.
She didn't know that like to get your trial makeup done for your wedding, you have to pay for that.
No, you used to go. You got it fake done, and then you paid and got it real done.
Lots of things have changed. Lots of new expenses, but
seriously, you need to look up wedding videography.
She cried at all of them.
I did. It was
strangers.
It's like a movie. It's amazing, and music and cutscenes and holy moly. But the base price for like the really nice ones. Guess. Go ahead. Pause for a moment while you guess. Base price.
I was about to contact one that I liked what they had done. Right, and keep in mind the videos are like 15 minutes. And I was going to contact one that I liked, and they had a contact page, so I was filling out the information. And then it said, estimated budget. I was like, oh, I have no idea. And then it gave you, like, a suggestion, and it said, ready? $5,000 to $10,000. No, my budget doesn't start at $5,000. That's not...
We happen to have a friend that we went to high school with that is actually in not the wedding photography or videography business, but a video. He made the commercial for the company we work for,
and it won awards. It did, like against like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff, which is pretty dang cool.
If you really want to know, if you remember what company we work for, go on the website, you can see it. But, so we contacted him, because we've been friends since high school, all of us. And so my husband contacted him, and he can do it for considerably cheaper, just cost, basically, as long as we feed him. So,
which I am fine with. So, more than happy to do.
My husband offered to pay for that,
which was super duper sweet.
For the wedding.
Super cool. And like, you know what? It doesn't matter to me that he isn't doing wedding videos all the time and knows exactly what to do, because I totally believe in his ability to capture enough that's what I need. Like, because my memory is just so horrible. My number one most important thing for this wedding, besides getting married and being in love and blah, 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 all that stuff, is to have photos and videos that I can look back on, because I just will not remember it.
By the way, Safe Search is currently on.
Why is Safe Search on?
Go to device settings and select...
Wow, is Dad throttling you? He doesn't want you to search on safe things?
That's probably a good idea, but I don't know.
Anyways, that's a lot of wedding talk. I'm doing that. I'm also buying a car, and we're building a computer.
How about Monday?
And this is Mom's favorite part. On Monday, we are doing our first round of wedding dress shopping. And she said she'd get my wedding dress too. So that also made me cry.
Yeah, she started crying this morning, which made me cry. Because I was going to wait until she was trying on dresses, and then I was going to tell her that I was going to buy the dress. But then my husband sprung the video thing on her this morning. Well, he didn't even tell me. He told her, made her cry, which was really sweet. And then I was worried that maybe like my mom was going to step in and buy the dress, and then I would look like a monster, even though I had wanted to buy the dress from like the day she was born. That was my plan. So it was like, as soon as she walked in the door and told me the video thing, I was like, oh no, I have to tell her. So I was like, you know,
which was the sweetest thing ever.
And she's like crying because like apparently because it meant a lot. And then she's like, are you sure? Okay,
no,
not
I'll take
only
it back.
am I sure, but you're crying. Am I really gonna say never mind?
Well,
so I'm super
all
excited.
this stuff is expensive.
Super excited about that.
I feel conflicted in that like time is of the essence. So this needs to be like we need to go and find one. Like not like, you know, get one I don't like, but like fingers crossed I have one I like. But also though, like it would be kind of fun to do more shopping.
Totally. But you know, there's no reason you couldn't buy a dress and then keep shopping.
Continue to go to shopping. You're not wrong.
Our whole family has been consumed with wedding for since Sunday. Yeah. I mean, since
yesterday
Sunday.
I really tried to stitch. Jacob got recalled to go back to work, and we're supposed to go to the beach and just have a relaxing day. So, you know, obviously now that wasn't going to happen. I was going to work on wedding stuff because, you know, he doesn't want any part of it. He's so relieved now. He's like, haha, it's on you.
And it's so sweet because if you ask him what part do you care about, every time it's I just want her to be there.
And he's not saying it like to get brownie points. Like he seriously means it. I've had multiple conversations like, do you care about food? Like, just give me an idea of what you care about the most, like, to happen. He's like, I just want you to be there and I just want to get married to you.
And he wants the lemonade with the syrups and hot chocolate.
That is true. He also does seem to care about beverages, oddly enough. So, I'll let you know as things happen. I mean, I mostly have vendors, at least ideas of what I want, and most of them, like, we haven't signed with them yet because I'm still waiting to actually get the signature down on this venue, but...
Seems like a go.
Yeah. Just hopefully COVID doesn't cancel it, and hopefully enough family, because mostly Jacob's family, a lot of them live out of state, so hopefully they're going to figure out a way to get here. So our family is.
Yeah, so everybody that she's invited on my side that's distant has said, we'll work it out, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so we'll see about them.
Super convenient for us, because it's like 2 miles from the cabin.
The cabin.
So easy for Mike and I, but anyway... So. You came here for stitching, and you got a lot of not stitching. In fact, I think this is one where you should put a timestamp.
Sure, I can put a timestamp.
If you actually want to see stitching. You know, we got some thumbs down last video. I think there was 2 of them. I don't know.
Well, what did we do last video?
I don't know.
It's because they were disappointed in me. I told you. I bet they were disappointed in me. They were disappointed in me because I didn't listen to the wheel.
I was at the cabin, and I saw, the video's up, and I couldn't watch it, but I went to scroll down to the comments to see if there were any comments, and I saw that there were 2 thumbs down, and I was like, what did we do? What don't
I don't know what we did. You should comment. No, I don't know that I want you to comment if you thumb down us. I'm just gonna believe that you just like slipped.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. Or maybe it was somebody, like, I don't remember what the title was, but maybe it was someone who thought it was about something else.
Yeah,
totally stumbled across it.
Yeah, I don't know. I said Jolly July is happening, so I don't really know. Maybe somebody who hates Christmas?
Maybe.
It's possible.
Maybe
they're just mad I'm going to stitch on Afghan all July.
July.
Although, to be fair, I mean, how many stitches are really going to get done in July at this point?
From her, I'm going to have to pick up the slack. This weekend was good and bad all at the same time, because I had to do the shingles. Now instead of doing the back, we started working on the shingles the rest of the way around, because they all needed to be replaced at some point anyway. So we dismantled the shingles that were up there, which sounds really easy, and it started out really easy. They would come off in great big chunks, but underneath was another layer that did not come off as easily, and in some places there was another layer under that. And then we got to a part where the cabin was not actually connected to the cabin. There was like 2 cabins, and they were not connected.
Splitting apart.
There was a huge gap. You
know that Life game? Like the original Life game, and you could buy the properties, and that one was broken by the earthquake? Kind of like that. So they had put a plastic trash bag. They stapled that over the crack, the gap. It was a gap. It was at least that wide. At least.
So we're like, that's not really a good solution. Like, sure, it covers it up so you don't see it, but
ignore the fact that they're not attached.
Well, you know, a septic system, for those of you unfamiliar with septic, it is a tank that's in the ground, and then, I don't want to be graphic, so stuff goes in the tank. It does stuff for a while. There's no circulation or anything, but you know, as more water comes in,
like a compost bin.
And so eventually what comes out is just liquid, and then you have a series of pipes that have holes in them in gravel, and so the water goes out into the gravel, and it's a leach field is what it's called. And I know this because we had to dig those up and replace it. But when we discovered that there was a problem, we opened the tank and everything. We dug down to the tank, and it was like, well, everything seems okay. I don't really get that. This was a few years ago. And so then we dug down to where the pipe was supposed to leach. It was a bucket. They had disconnected whatever the leach field was, and it was a bucket. Literally, it was a bucket with no lid, full of dirt. That was a leach field. It's amazing. It worked for so many years. So we dug everything up, we replaced it all, put it all back.
Yep.
Have not had a problem since. And anytime we think, man, did we do it right? Because we're not leach field experts. We think, well, it was a bucket, so
it's better than what it was.
Yeah. But we had someone pump the tank to make sure it was okay, and they inspected it and said it was actually in excellent condition. It was just the leach field that was a problem. So they wanted not them, but somebody we contacted wanted, I think it was $5,000 or $6,000 to do the leach field, and we're like, So we rented all the equipment and did it ourselves on the weekend. We're kind of
DIY.
crazy.
It's all right.
So anyway, my point was plastic bag for the gap.
It goes par with the rest of that cabin. Yeah.
When you take off parts of the wall, you'll see that like what should be studs, 16-inch centers, they're not. A lot of the times they don't go all the way down. They're definitely not 16-inch. Up on the ceiling, I think it's 4 foot. The neighbors just opened up one of their walls inside. They have no up and down studs. It's all sideways.
They were built by prisoners.
Yeah,
so
they were in the 20s. So, demo took almost all day. It didn't take that long to put the shingles back up, but I am an expert with that saw. It's not a table saw. I think it's a miter saw. So he's up on the ladder doing the shingles. Like I hand them to him and he attaches them, although I have done that as well. And so I cut. He says, I need this one to be 12 inches long and I need the peak of it because some of them have the angle because of this. I need the peak to be 12. And then I turn the little thing and cut and mark and not in that order. You don't cut then mark.
I was gonna say something.
That's bad. But anyway, I feel like a professional. Although every time it goes,
Front door.
all the sawdust goes right in my face.
Ugh.
You would definitely need a timestamp on this
like
one.
that.
We're gonna get like 200 thumbs down.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
not
sorry.
that actually. I'm not sorry.
Yeah. No,
I'm not
you know
sorry.
what? I'm not apologizing.
No, I'm not because I like your comments when we're talking about just life stuff.
I do too. I like you people. I like you all, except for the two that thumbs down.
Yeah, whoever you
I
are.
don't like you as much as everybody else. Okay. I mean, all that just to say, my stitching was odd because I was busy all day Saturday. I was busy part of the day Sunday, and then I was not busy Monday. However, I had to stay at the cabin, so Keto and Chatelaine didn't get any love. So my goal to finish that thing of Chatelaine by Wednesday, I came close, people. I came really close.
She tried really hard today because I told her just do it. I'll do work.
I didn't work on it all Monday. I got maybe 5 minutes yesterday because I'm coming back from a day off. That makes it difficult. And well, it wasn't a day off. I was still working from the cabin, but you know what I mean. And then today was busy, and so I'll show it to you. It's close, but I'm sad to say I didn't make it. Timestamp that.
Yep.
So, see, I got most of it, but see, I did the back stitching there and there, I think, but not, nope, I did it there and there and not there, and there's more back stitching up here. That's it. If I just did that, done stamp on that section. I'm a little scared to take this off the Q-snap because what if I have dented it and I can't wash it, and what if it never undents?
Don't think about that. Don't think about it.
I did buy the scroll rods that Dina told me about.
Good.
Cross stitch.
Yeah.
That same night that we filmed, I went and bought them because I couldn't stand the denting.
Yeah.
I think they're called roller frame. Anyway, I think it's 15 inches, 14 inches. I think it's 14 inches this way and 32 this way, and I'm going to put Keto on it. I got the confirmation. I got the confirmation that I ordered it, but I haven't gotten a notification about shipping, and they were supposed to be in stock, so I'm really hoping they ship quickly, but I'm having a lot of problems with patience, so I keep, see this side, okay, so this side of Keto, I did not reconnect. This is the one that I moved it because I had finished. I didn't reconnect this to the Q-snap.
That's smart.
This side, over here,
Gosh, you came so close. So close to hitting
I
me.
only connect while I work on it, and then I take it back off because I'm trying not to dent it a whole lot. So in the morning, I connect it and leave this one open, and then after I undo it.
Kind of sound like you say Connecticut.
Connecticut, I Connecticut it. I don't Massachusetts it, but I Connecticut it. I Connecticut it because it got Massachusetts. Oh, we cracked ourselves up. So I didn't get as much done because I didn't have Monday. And then this morning, I woke up later than normal. I usually wake up around 6, and I got up around 7 this morning. But I'm getting it, and you can see in the pattern, like her head is like right there. So
Maybe
it
did
may
you
not be
send
up
me
there.
those links late last night? Because I do kind of think maybe you sent them after I had determined I was done.
No, I think I sent them during the day because I think I
Okay.
was looking. I keep sending her links to wedding stuff. which she should appreciate because
I do appreciate.
I found her a possible florist.
Yeah, the
I found
florists
her
are
a
pretty
possible
positive.
color pattern
And DJ.
and DJ maybe.
Yeah.
I'm amazing. I
DJ's
should be a
scare me
wedding
because our
planner.
families don't dance. Like, they're not party people at all.
Do you see? Do you see why we don't dance?
So what am I supposed to do for a DJ? And especially because the dance floor is kind of far away from the reception. It's odd. It's oddly distanced. So, like, how am I going to get anyone out there? Like, I don't even know if I want to go out there. So what do I do? And if you have suggestions on that, let's do that, like, week 1 of talking about wedding stuff. Tell me if you have a family that does not enjoy partying at all, what they did with the DJ and stuff. Like, and we're not going to have that many, like, game things. You laugh when I call them games. They're not games, but we're not going to have that many games.
Is that a
Like,
game?
No, I'm willing to do that one, I think, depending on who comes.
But no
Some people
garter,
have
right?
Will not do the garter toss. Will not. Absolutely not.
So what are the
Nope.
men supposed to catch? You can throw money at them?
And what about the old couples? Get the old couples down to the floor?
That sounds abusive. I don't know anything
No,
about
that way
this.
they can determine the oldest couple and then they give advice.
Oh, that's rude.
You've never
No,
seen
I've
that?
never seen that.
Yes, that was, I think, at both weddings I've been to. But, like, our families don't have a lot of old couples. I could think of 2 on Jacob's side, and that was it.
Daddy's dad?
Okay, there you go.
No offense, not that you're watching, but you're not old, but I'm just saying.
No, but, like, married, like, for a decent amount of time.
Poor Granny, she's like, oh, that was a decent amount of time.
Well, you're not married anymore, so
My
it
sister's
doesn't
old and
count.
married.
Okay, that's also different and not nice.
She's 4 years older than me, but she swears she's younger, and people
have a
believe
whole
her, and it
age
just
battle.
drives me crazy. How can you believe her? Yeah.
So if you have ideas for DJ stuff and other games you can play, let me know.
Games, but I did
the
see pictures with
quotations.
weird shoes when we were at the venue.
Yes, I
didn't
do
know
want
what was
to do
going
that.
on
I
with
think that would
shoes.
be fun.
There's a picture of people holding shoes.
You
above
take
their
off
head.
your wedding shoes, and so each person gets both shoes, you know, a girl's shoe and a boy's shoe.
Okay.
And then it's the stuff like most likely or
steal the
person who's-
covers.
Yeah, and then you put up your.
Got it. Okay.
I would
that's
do
cute.
that. That would be fun. I should get Ralph a list of those because he would probably do that.
Ralph
or the
is
MC.
Jacob's father, who's
Or
going
he
to
would
be
do it.
doing the.
I guess that's really an MC
Officiating.
thing, but he could probably.
Also,
do
if
it.
you have anything, I mean, just any wedding stuff. If you
Yeah.
have something that you saw at a wedding or that was at your wedding that you loved, that you thought was a great idea, we are completely open. I say we like it's my wedding, but
I'm open to all suggestions because honestly, I'm just not a good girly girl. I'm not a good designer. I don't know how to do anything. I'm just kind of going with Pinterest.
oh, I think I found you a makeup person too.
Yes, I think you did too. Well, to be fair though, I found them first.
Yeah, but
I
did
just-
you gave up and you sent me
Yeah.
somebody else? I was like, I like this one, and you're like, oh yeah, I had seen them before.
Yeah, you're right. Whatever, so awesome.
Do you want to see more Stitchy stuff?
Yeah, probably.
Because the timestamp's not
for
gonna
me
work.
though. Not for me. You won't be able to see it from
yeah,
me.
well, you'll see something. Okay,
One thing.
So, you remember? Hold please. I knew something was missing. Hi.
You can see her crawling away.
That was good timing because now you can edit out my butt.
Oh man, it was so funny when you were crawling away though, because you're like trying to keep your butt out of the shot. And you're like,
Yeah, well, nobody wants to see my butt. Okay, so I was gonna say, remember what I spun for the evenings, but then I remembered, oh no, I spun for the weekend. What is that project?
oh yeah, the one you worked on during the weekend.
The one
The one we were
that
trying to talk about.
forget in every list I ever make. Do you remember when we did the whip parade and I left it out? I don't know what. Hello. So I had spun the wheel and I was gonna say, remember the evening one and start with that, but then I remembered, oh, there's a weekend one.
The one we were trying to talk about and then got distracted.
Yeah, because I leave it off of every list. We did the whip parade and I forgot to include
I know.
it. Yeah.
It has a bad history of being
Yeah,
forgotten.
and I love
That's
it.
rude.
And I don't know why it slips my mind, but it does. So I did work on this. I think it was about 500 stitches total for the 2 days, which I know, but it's heavy confetti, and I was building a house. Kind
it
of.
looks really good.
So
you can't see it, but I can. It looks good.
I did the part under the beak. This is ugly birds, heaven and earth.
I like that you
Still
can.
more chatty.
I like that you can say it's a beak and people still don't know what pattern it is because you have multiple beak patterns.
I got a thing with birdies, okay? So yeah. So it wasn't a ton, but I mean, look how thick that is.
Oh yeah, no, I see it.
It's thick. That confetti was something else. Like,
Thick
I could work for an hour and have like 30-something stitches. Oh my God. This is only 12 pages. 12 pages. I've been working on it for over a year and I haven't even finished the second page. Although I'm getting closer. That's only like 16 more days of work. But like,
Wow,
look
really?
at
So that's still
look
page
at
2?
all the different colors in there.
Yeah.
Like, find 2 colors that are the same.
Yeah.
Good luck. It's crazy. So yeah, this is still page 2. 2. But what I was gonna say,
But you have a lot of partial pages on that one too, I bet.
not on the sides, only on the bottom. The last 2 I think are partial, but the sides are. There's just 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, blah 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 blah.
Gotcha.
Dancing and wetting. Well, she's not gonna let me go.
Awkward but
So-
enthusiastic dancing.
My
Here.
evening project, I ended up working on Monday because it seemed unfair to continue with, not Angry Birds, Ugly Birds, because it was a weekend project, right?
Yeah, but Monday is not the weekend.
Monday's not a weekend. So I thought, well, I'll just
You're
work
welcome,
on...
by the way, for getting you an extra day off.
Thank you. Well, it wasn't a full day off. I still had to work. So this is what I was
There's
working
a lot
on.
of orders to release.
Well, I probably should have warned Stitchy Witch.
Yeah.
Audrey to look away.
Spiders!
Audrey, you might not want to
Sorry.
watch this part. So, I actually finished it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I was there on Monday, and it wasn't done.
Nope, but I told you it's an evening project for this week, so it's done.
You gotta stop bamboozling me like this. I
Yeah,
never
I-
see it coming.
I would like to know what you think about the fabric in the end, because there's so many weird spider parts sticking out, and I don't know if that takes away.
I don't think it does. I think it was going to more than, I thought it was going to be worse than it is. Does that make sense? Did I say that right?
Yeah. I have to say, there's a few things I'd like to say about this, in case anybody, for some reason, decides to stitch it.
Okay.
1, there is a discrepancy between the pattern and the stitched thing.
You're good at finding
The
these.
stitched thing shows that darker color right in there. I think I'll show you the darker color right
yeah.
there. The pattern shows white. Well, not white, but we'll just call it white. I think it's angel hair.
Oh.
Angel hair in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I had already done the angel hair before I realized it, so I thought, should I go back with that Lancaster red? And I was like, I think
No.
I like it. I think I like
like
better
it
this
too.
way. Also, this thing I had bought, because it was, called for, they have an option in the pattern to actually stitch a little flower there. And I was tempted to, but I thought, well, I already have this. So,
Yeah.
these little spiders, like the ones that you backstitch, and they're reaching out for things, like that one, that spider creeps me out. When I was stitching
I
it,
didn't see that one.
I was like,
Oh,
there's another
right
one
there.
like
I only
up
saw
there.
that
Yeah,
one.
no, all these little spiders.
Yeah.
all those little ones. They are creepy as all get out.
Oh,
They
yeah.
creepy spiders.
They creepy.
And then finally, this color, I think it's called plum, this purple color, there's everywhere. They have you buy 2 skeins of it.
Mhm.
I only used 1. I am frugal with my floss, and I do play floss chicken, but
Is that actually what people call it?
Yeah.
Because that is very accurate.
yeah, that's not my terminology.
that.
Floss chicken, yeah. But I had the full skein of, because I bought 2, but I had
That much
had-
left? Yeah, I mean, that's a little.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a full, I could have done one more thing, and then I had a little,
Okay.
maybe can't see that. So, depending on how frugal you are with your floss, you may not need to buy 2. But it's a pretty color, and I don't mind having the second one. This needle minder, I went to move it. This is the most powerful needle minder on the planet. I think it's like an alien needle minder. I went to move it on Monday, and somehow the magnet came off while I was moving it, and I couldn't find the magnet, and I've got the spider all over it, like trying to find it. Turned out it had like come off and come back on, like it
levitated apart and then found each other again in the universe.
You can't pry it off. See? Slide that off. Go ahead.
I don't want to hurt its little legsies. Oh.
See? Well, careful, because one of those is supposed to be only the end one.
I know, but it's like you don't want it to go flying.
It's not easy.
No, that's impossible.
Don't break it.
It's almost there.
See?
Ah!
See what I mean? It is crazy.
That is the strongest magnet I've ever encountered.
So, I'm gonna put that over there. It's never gonna come off again, but you will hear a ka-thunk as this gets magnetized to the thing.
Shh. Yep. Ka-thunk.
So, that is done. And that Spiders on Parchment by Stitchy Express. Well, it's fabric filled, but it's Stitchy Express. And I don't know at this point if this is 32 or 28, but whatever. It's done. We need to do temperature tree, but I want to say first, because we're talking about Stitchy Express, I showed you the Meadow View fabric that looked white last week. And I wasn't going to say anything to them, but it kind of bugged me. Every day it bugged me like a little bit more. So yesterday I sent an email and I said, like, I'm not complaining. Really, despite how it sounds, I'm not complaining. But, like, was this intentional? Because if I didn't know what I ordered, I would not be able to tell. Like, I can't see it. It's just so pale. It almost looks like white fabric. And I said, I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just wondering, like, why? What's going on? And I got a reply from her apparently yesterday, but I didn't see it till this morning. I don't really check my email at night. I saw it this morning, and she said that they totally guarantee the products, and if I'm not happy, they'll replace it. In fact, she had already contacted the dyer person and asked him to dye a darker one for me, and she's going to send that along with a return envelope so I can send the other one back. And she said the Ada and the linen dyed beautifully, but the even weave, they had an issue. It just didn't. So, 100% guarantee she's going to make it better. So, I was really impressed by that because I really wasn't complaining and I really wasn't expecting her to do anything. I just was like, I feel like I need to say something. Like, this is bugging me. So now, I'm going to get that. So I liked them before, but I like them even more now. So that's Stitchy Express. They sell the fabric for stuff. So, it's the thing on one side and then it's white on the other because it's like printed. I call him a dyer, and so did she, I think, but I think it's printed, not dyed. So anyway.
Cool.
Yeah, so now we have temperature trees.
Yeah. I did that.
Keto's over here all open. So pretty. It's hot in here.
It's hot.
It's got to be at least 37
California,
degrees
too.
Celsius in here today. That's like almost 100.
No. Yeah, it didn't get that hot where I live. It got close. It did not get that hot this week.
I don't think it's that hot at all. I just think upstairs it's hot and the doors are closed. And when the doors are closed, it gets hot.
Yeah. I know what you meant. Good
Yeah,
job.
because my tree doesn't show it being crazy hot. Oh, yours is just like all staying muted.
You have some bright colors in there.
I'm bright. You're muted.
Huh?
Do you want to see?
You probably do. Ready? Just remember, I'm the nice one.
I have a lot of branches.
I know that you have branches.
So yeah, it got a little cooler and then it was all hot again. And the funny thing was I stitched like all the leaves and I was like, something doesn't look right. And I realized I'd left out that one. I had to go back and put that one in. The second green one I left out.
Whoopsie-doopsie. I mean, I did it. Are you proud?
I am.
It's like 50 stitches, but I did it.
Well, she made me get the temperatures for her.
My computer was frozen, okay? I had to restart it, and I figured I'd do this while it restarted. Did I do it while it restarted? No, but that was the original plan.
Someone's a little whiny. It might be
Throwing
me.
me under the bus.
Might be me.
Well,
I
you
might
should
be
have
the
seen
whiny
what Dad
one.
texted Ivan originally. Or you should have seen what Dad texted his friend.
It's
who's
okay
gonna
to say
do the
Ivan.
video.
Nobody's gonna know who Ivan is.
You should have seen what Dad texted Ivan because he sent me a screenshot of it, and it was like, hey, so it turns out Alyssa's gonna get married. I just found out about it. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I'm sure you didn't mean it like that, but you like kind of sound like you threw me under the bus, like, because it was right after he said something like, it's gonna be really soon, you know, in September. I just found out about it. And I was like, it really sounded like you were like, yep, she's getting married behind my back, and I just found out now that it's going to be in 3 months. Like, no, don't. That's totally what it sounded like.
I'm sure his intention was to say, I just found out, or I would have given you more notice.
Right.
But you're right, it does sound like he told you.
It totally sounded like
behind
he was
your
like
back.
mad at me. I told him that.
Okay. So I originally said I had no haul, but
Well,
I mean, I didn't say that to you, but I said it down here.
on the envelope.
On the envelope. I told you how Dina Half Stitch was giving away Oriental Splendor, and that I put it on my wish list thing, and we had the whole discussion about how it was cheaper at Amazon than 123 Stitch, and then Amazon raised their prices, and I was a grumpy goat, and then she's ignoring me because she's heard this, and her phone's more interesting than me.
You know, I'm trying to plan a wedding, Mom.
I'm trying to have a Stitchy channel.
Sorry.
Daughter.
Sorry. Please tell me about your Stitchy goodness.
Okay. So then I got an email yesterday from Amazon.
Really?
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 And
like
it
this?
said it was almost the same price as before. It was like, I think $28 before, now it was $29. I was like, I'm still a little angry about the dollar. That's okay. And then all of a sudden I was like, do I really want it? I don't know. Back and forth. And I think I said something to you, and you're like, just buy it.
do
Like, you're
it.
like, what is wrong
Just
with
do
you?
it.
So I bought it, and they delivered it today. Like, it wasn't even supposed to come today, but it came today. So there you go. There you go.
There she blows.
So, yeah, I've never used this kind of holy system before. In fact, I had to open it just to look in and see how they were connected.
Oh yeah, you didn't show me. I mean, I don't expect you to open it again, but I forgot you. I did listen to you open it earlier, and I didn't look. I was busy.
My office
Working.
is decorated in this kind of a theme, but the walls when we bought the house were like red, and I didn't change them. I don't really think this goes with red, but it's also not like I'm going to finish it in the next 6 months or anything, so maybe
Who
the walls
knows?
won't be red by then.
Who knows?
Maybe I can find another place to put it.
Sure. You put it wherever your heart desires.
I emailed my bobbin last video, but sometime close to that, because I mentioned it, but we were talking over each other, so I don't know that anyone heard it. Because I had ordered from them in March from Russia, and the tracking number is all expired and stuff, and that hasn't moved since like May 5th. So I emailed them, and I'm like, hey, can you track this? Because I can't find it, and I ordered it in March, and it's June, and I haven't heard anything from them. I'm shocked, because everybody talked about what good customer service they have. I'm not getting this. But then again, I don't know what Russia is like. Like, I don't know. Maybe they're still in some sort of lockdown. I'm not really watching the news right now because it's too depressing. And like, I have a general idea of what's going on, but I don't know the minutia of like every country and what they're going through. So, yeah. Okay, so we talked about the weddings. We talked about the shingles. I'm sure she inserted some pictures. If she did the one with the gap, we had filled in the foam by the time we took a picture. So all that orangey foam, that's
on the side
now in the gap, because we put that in the gap. We put plywood over the gap. We put toilet paper over that, and then we put shingles over that.
Lots in the gap.
And then we put paint over that.
Much gapping.
So it's less. I mean, the gap's still that we can't like go shove the cabin together, but I think it's a spot where somebody must have added on at one point, and they didn't connect them, because he was like, well, maybe it's just because like the kitchen got raised by a root, pushed up the kitchen, and we had to go under there and lower it back down. Excuse me. So he was saying maybe it was from that, but he wasn't standing where I was, and you could see there were like, you could see where the two pieces of wood were, the one cabin and the other cabin. There were no nails sticking out like it had been nailed and pulled. There was not. I don't think they ever connected it. I bet that they used chewing gum, and we're like, that'll be good enough. I know it's right on the San Andreas fault.
Hold it together. It's fine.
It's on the fault line. It'll be fine. Nothing can happen. We really don't think they intended for the cabins to last 100+ years. I think they were just, it was supposed to be like a few years for the superintendent.
That's pretty cool. It'll be 100 years in 2 years. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they're
Didn't think
98
about
years
it.
old.
Wow.
Because I said one day I would love to meet one of the... Okay, this sounds creepy. I would love to meet one of the convicts that built the place. Because they did use prison labor.
Yeah, that would actually be very cool.
And how exciting would it be to talk to one of them? And he looked at me like I was the dumbest pig on the planet. And I was like, what? And he's like, they're all dead. And I was like, you don't... Oh. Yeah, I guess they weren't like 2 when they built it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's not much chance that... I mean, if you're old enough to be in prison, you probably weren't a child, and so I guess I'll never get to meet any of them.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What now, huh?
No, the not Cal Fire.
Oh,
Dad's talking on that, and then Instagram wanted to tell me that Stitching and Sequins and Michelle Bendy and Ellen Reed all posted recently, so yeah. So she has a different name on Instagram, and so I'm like, I really gotta think of what her actual name is. Okay, dog updates. I have that because both of us had sick dogs.
Oh yeah, my doggy's better.
My dog's
We took
fine.
him to the vet because he still wasn't getting better. We took him to the vet. The vet basically told us nothing helpful except that dogs can go days and days without eating and that he's fat enough that he's going to be okay for a while. So just don't really feed him and then feed him chicken. So we did. They also gave him anti-nausea pills that I am very tempted to take because
I'm allergic to them.
I know. So I feel like I need to take them in a controlled setting so that way I know whether I'm allergic to them.
I guess allergic is a strong word. I don't like break out in hives. I get violently sick, violently ill if I take, which sucks. And how did I find that out? Because I was really nauseous, and the doctors were like, something's wrong, because I wouldn't even like move, and I essentially locked myself in the bathroom, and they thought they would have to break the door to cut in at the doctor's office, and so they gave me a butt shot of anti-nausea medicine, and I have never been sicker in my life than when I got that
and
shot.
yet I'm the one with anxiety about throwing up. How did that not induce anxiety, horrible? Maybe because that's the worst it'll ever be.
Yeah, and I survived that. And I still didn't throw up. I was just incredibly
You didn't?
sick. No.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's why.
I haven't thrown up since, I think I was like, I don't know, I was a teenager probably last time I threw up.
It's the worst
And no,
thing.
it wasn't alcohol related.
It's the worst thing that can happen to a person is throwing up. It's the worst.
I know
Absolute
this
worst.
is pointless
Okay.
for you.
Mhm.
You need to spin.
Yeah, I was going to. There's no reason to, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see what she would stitch if she was a stitcher.
Hey Siri, what am I stitching?
Nothing. Because it's snitching.
I knew it was gonna say that. I almost said it when I was showing temperature tree. It's gonna say temperature tree, and I'm not gonna do temperature tree.
But that's actually probably a good one because it's one color and
yeah.
you can do little chunks
broken.
and not really have an issue. My watch is vibrating.
We'll
again.
see.
Oh, Jacob's texting now.
Ooh,
He says something's looking good.
it's a Jeep. Dad sent a video of the Jeep.
Oh, yeah, the Jeep didn't pass smog today because we changed the battery. Apparently, if you change battery, you have to
Resets the
drive
computers.
really far before it resets the computer enough for you to pass smog. So it passed the sniff test and all that. Everything was fine except we changed the battery. So
Yeah.
whatever.
It's just
California
the way it is.
smog. I don't think any of the other states have that issue too. Does anyone
They
else
do.
have to smog anything?
Yes.
But like, we definitely have stricter emission standards.
Yes, we do.
We have to have all sorts of devices and things.
Yes, we do. You
Which is why you can't buy a car out of state easily.
Nope. We're in state easily.
Well, you can't. Some of the rest of us can. Okay, that's Instagram. Tiny decisions. I deleted some stuff and things moved. Oh, I should probably have taken feel off of there. Because I finished it. Did you finish anything? So this is the weekend one.
So what are you gonna do if it gets fear? No, it's not.
Hyacinth. Okay. So this
KF
weekend I'll work
mo.
on Camimo Mo.
Yeah, right. We can have
Be
it.
mo.
So what's the next project are you gonna spin for the next project for
the evening?
No. But I mean, if you get Fear of Spiders, are you just gonna spin a new project?
Well, a new start.
Whatever you want. All right, go.
We'll figure it out when it happens. So I'm just gonna start the week now because normally I wouldn't. Never mind. I take that back. I'm not starting the week now. I'll work on that the rest of this week. Let's see what I'm gonna work on next week in the evenings.
Wait. What? We're doing a FlossTube next week.
No.
What do you mean?
The Fear of Spiders thing.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to work on that in the evenings all this week, but I finished it.
I thought we just meant in between FlossTubes.
Oh no, I'm doing the actual week.
Oh.
So, do you see
Flickers,
flashing
yeah,
lights?
it's
Okay.
flickering a little.
Thought my spider alien
weird.
was like reproducing. Whoa, don't turn that up. I'm not
just
done.
why record?
So I'll work on the
Appreciating.
castle like tonight and tomorrow night, and then we'll see what I work on all next week.
But that's gonna make it complicated because you have to spin it twice every FlossTube.
I do spin it twice every floss
Oh.
tube. Have you not noticed?
No, this last time was the first time.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That was my plan because I need an evening project and a weekend project every week. And I spin it on floss tube, but I don't start it till the next week.
Tubes?
Because we change the day we do floss tubes on,
It's
so
just
it would
unfortunate.
shorten some projects and lengthen others.
Yeah. It's just luck of the draw.
So Castle's going to be the rest of this week.
She's just changing the rules because she doesn't want to do castle.
It's really hard to do that downstairs all week. It's not going to be a
All
good thing.
right, go.
So
I didn't
next
listen
week.
to my wheels up. This was the best day of my life.
Better than the day he proposed.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Wow. My wheel is a traitor.
She threw her phone for the first.
I gently tossed it onto the blanket right here. What are the chances of that?
Please
My
tell me how
wheel-
you're feeling right now.
Frustrated. My wheel hates me.
Wow. So, you still want the deal that you were saying, or are you feeling like maybe in between FlossTubes is better?
No, I'm sticking with my week to week. That way it is consistent. Wow. Leah over here is like, yes, she's gonna work on her castle.
I have composed myself.
That is a really difficult one to work on because of the frame.
You can't watch TV and work on it.
I can't watch TV and work on stuff anyway, but I do it like right after work before he gets home if I don't have other things I need to do. This is not going to inspire me to work on things after work.
Guess who's not stitching next week? Either of us. We're just gonna come here and tell you updates on life.
Well, I mean, I'll work on keto, and Chatelaine will look totally different because...
You're gonna start a totally new section?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the flashing alien spider
Oh, my
lights
eye.
freaked me out.
My eye was closed, so I didn't see it.
Because Chatelaine, I'm going to have to take off the Q-snap and move. What's going on? It's haunted. It's the castle. Oh, so that's going to look different. Although if I take this off the Q-snap and find out the other one is squashed, I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's flickering. You might not be able to tell, but it's flickering.
What's flick? Is it this?
Yeah, it's that. I don't know why. I think it's just maybe like a plugged in problem. Like, I don't know.
I end this.
Real quick, I saw something on TikTok again, and I forgot about it, and I thought I did know, but I wasn't positive, so I did it again. They say that most people are right-handed, but most of the right-handed people are left-eyed. So I wanted you to test to see if you were left-eyed.
I knew this before.
Right? You do the triangle in front of you, you put it out, you put something in the center of it, something that's like pretty easy to see, so that way it's all totally in the center.
How about a
And
warthog?
Yep, me too. And then you close one eye, and whichever eye sees it, you know, pretty much where you put it, that's the that's the one that's dominant.
Okay.
So like for me, when I close my left eye, it's totally out of the frame. But when I close my right eye, it's totally in the frame because I am left eye dominant.
When I close my left eye, it's in the frame. When I close my right eye, it's over there. My frame's over
So
there.
you were right eye dominant then.
I am an odd chicken.
You are an odd chicken.
I'm a redhead. I have a speech impediment. I have no brain filter.
Not
I
good
have
at
a
dancing.
spider alien. I'm right eye dominant. I'm right-handed, which isn't odd, but you know, because of the right eye dominant thing.
Yeah.
I have an anxiety about choking.
You know, we're all just a little bit messed up, and that's okay. Thumbs down that. That's it, right?
Okay, gangster.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. I mean, it's only been like 3 hours.
It's only been an hour, actually. We did pretty good.
You can cut out anything you want.
That's usually what I do. I just like throw darts at my computer, and whatever it hits, that's what I cut.
So, well, you need a new computer
Yes.
again?
Yep. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
We will see you next week. I'll be here.
She says,
I
I
might
hope
not
so.
stitch, but I'll be here.
I'll be sad if FlossTube ends.
Ah! Goodbye.